Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Talent League Valorant Season 1. It's our second semi-final here, and I'm Uncooked. I'm joined by Sugar on one of those two sides, and we have got a banger of a matchup for you today. Team Invictum unbeaten in the group stage versus Vega Esports with only one dub to their name. Hey, hi, how are you doing? And are you excited for today's match?
Yeah, I'm excited to see Invictum play. By what I have gathered, at least from what I could grab from my pre-notes and whatnot, Invictum have completely taken over Talent League
Yeah.
Valorant.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like by a long shot, plus 42 round difference, not losing a single game all season, went flawless. So means that they have not lost a single game, which
Yeah.
is absolutely insane.
And they haven't lost a single map either because we had best of one, so...
Not lost a single map. Have only dropped, what was it, 12 rounds in total. That's absolutely insane. And so I
Yeah.
feel like Vega, with them only having one win, and that's the only reason why they qualified for playoffs, they're going to have a really tough time against them today, just judging based off the stats.
Yeah, absolutely. We did see a bit of an upset win, though, yesterday. Looking back at that match, we had Emirates Esports versus Team Guardian Sigma, with Guardians actually taking that 2-0, but man, was it close. Haven 13-11 and Icebox 14-12. And speaking of the maps, we're actually going to see a return of at least one of those because we have first map coming up right now, Haven. Second map is going to be Bind. And thirdly, if we do get to that decider, it will be Icebox. So heading into Haven now, we do have the agent select in front of us. So Sugar, do you want to take us through this?
Yeah, let me actually have a look at this. My eyesight has been pretty poor lately, so I need to adjust.
Fun.
Yes, very fun. Not some uncommon agent picks. Killjoy is somebody who I haven't seen a lot on Haven recently. She is still a very good pick on this map just because of her potential on the defense and being able to hold down a site by herself with her utility. Fade is not too uncommon. And after her introduction, Sova is kind of taken a backseat on Haven just because of Fade's abilities with her haunts to be able to stick it onto roof. And since there's many roofs on Haven, she's found herself in the driver's seat in that main recon gathering or information gathering initiator role. And then Omen takes the control role. As of recently, I've actually seen more Astra than Omen, which is surprising after the patch 4.08, after people were saying, oh, people are not going to play Astra as much anymore. And then the introduction of Pearl, Astra has kind of found her way back into the meta somehow. You see her more in Ascent now. You see her more in Haven. Maps that she used to really dominate. And then, like, taking a look at the other agent picks, Breach, Jet, not too uncommon on this map. Reyna, though, she's uncommon in comp for plenty of reasons. She's just not a good duelist, in my honest opinion. She does have her advantages, but still.
Yeah, I mean, clearly they're taking some inspiration from Paper X, who played Haven just recently, actually, with that Reyna Jing kind of taken into that role. But looking at the examples that we have of these teams playing on Haven, from Vega, there's a few differences. They didn't bring a Fade last time. They did bring a Killjoy, and we also saw Set on that Brimstone. Obviously, now he's on the Omen. Looking into things, they also had a Sky. So quite a few differences. I'm just trying to find Invictum. Actually, Vega versus Invictum was in fact on Haven. So let's just have a look at this. Vega, they had Breach, Sky, Killjoy, Raze, and Brimstone. So quite a few differences there. Invictum, they had that KJ, Breach, Fade, Omen, and Jet. So pretty much the same lineup. They're confident. They know that what they're doing. That was a 13-2 to Invictum. And yeah, I was going to say, because Zane has been kind of popping off on the Raze this season, but we have seen Haven is where he steps into that Jet instead of things. But starting us off very quickly now, Vega very quickly up C long, just stalled out by that utility. Timmy the Turret going to take a couple tags as Lecton now looks to retake round in through Garage. It's 1-for-1 trades, and Vega actually end up on the advantage here, but Zane manages to swipe up Flu, take down the spike, pulled her with one, but still two players left to find, and it's explosive start to this round, Sugar.
Yeah, Diffuser's left in the middle of sight, so Palder has a tall task ahead of him. Initially, it looked pretty troubling with Vega giving up garage control and also letting Vega walk up C-Long so quickly. But the utility that they have with the KJ to spot out that push and then be able to react on it, especially with Zane getting a 2K in that round from C-Link rotating into C itself. Just really nice stuff from them, but still Palder. 1v2 situation, 82 HP, no armor, headhunter in hand. Of course you don't start out with armor in the push, you know?
Only one bullet in it though.
There you go. Oh yeah. Lord, he just missed. You see, that's the thing about the headhunter. You miss a shot with it, and then boom, you get sprayed down. And so there goes the first round for Invictum. Again, initially looked very worrying with how easy Vega made their way inside of Garage, and had that split take work so well for them, then they just lost the spike inside due to an insane 2K from Zane. And it just didn't work out the way that they wanted to. But that's the pistol round. So, you know, now Invictum have a couple of guns in their hands. And usually I don't like to pay attention to what the pistol round is or what the first 2 rounds are. I mainly look at what we get in the gun rounds, like when both teams have like good guns in their hands.
It does have to be said, however, that Invictum, they're always aggressive and they always just know how to run things. Zane, 3K with the Marshall, has to just dash back. Will it be a flawless round? Yes, it will. Lightning with 2 as well. And this is the thing, like, despite Invictum, yeah, they won their pistol. They won the They won the second round as well, which is, you know, is kind of expected.
Yeah.
But even still, I mean, Invictum, like, it still gives them a bit of momentum, even if in the mental game, and like they've been confident all throughout this season.
Here.
I don't expect it to stop anytime soon. I mean, we've got it was an 11-1 half last time for them, and I'm pretty sure that was starting on the defense as well. So, you know, things to be said. Zane, he just continues. He's got the Blade Storm in round 3. He's got Blade Storm round 3, man. The Prowler has spotted him out. Has that decay as well, but he's just floating around in mid. He doesn't care.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this happened last round where he was like in short. That's a pretty good position to get Prowler from. He literally got Prowler on, and that line of sight.
Okay, what? Hacky got 2 there?
Yeah, Hacky got 2.
Huh?
I don't really know that. Actually,
okay,
I see the marks. Okay, so he got 2 through mid, but Zane should have been dealt with earlier.
Oh yeah,
I know he has the Blade Storm, but like the Prowler hit him, and there should have been a swing from those mid doorways, whether it be from Hockey or whoever else exists on Vega. But now they're gonna rotate the spike from mid, losing 2 bodies, especially on the gun rounds where you're buying up Vandals, you're buying up Phantoms and the sort, is not really a good deal, but at least they still do have 3 bodies up. They can rotate this spike to A. They can get this spike plant down. They can play behind their utility. They can play behind their better guns. But Matrix has a Vandal. He has a Vandal. He uses the not the Paranoia. It's my fault. But a smoke in the middle to block off the vision from short.
Though.
Last player standing.
Vanta's going up A main. No, he's going down short. Going down sewer. Oh, they went. I don't think they know. Oh, I think they know. Yeah, they. Okay.
There you go.
It looked a bit dangerous, but still, only bringing 2 rifles across into this power-up round, this round 4.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the best look for Vega, to be honest. But
yeah, they're gonna have to buy up those rifles too.
Yeah, Invictum brought so much firepower in that bonus round. Like they only had that half buy, and that's what they're able to do with it. It's absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, again, that's another. I want to know another thing about Zane. Zane is like pushing himself in like very aggressive positions. Usually, if I were to do that, I get prowlered, I get paint shelled, I get so much utility thrown up on me, and then I get swinged by 5 different people. He barely got swung, and that happened twice in a row. I'm like, what? He barely, even in this position here where he played it the last time with this Marshall, not the now he's playing it with the operator. He was getting not paranoia, but he had a lot of like thrown out at him. And he still got 2 with the Marshall. Yeah. But now he has the operator in hand. And see, he finds 1 off of just, not necessarily, I wouldn't even say that was like a lazy peek from Vega, but they knew he was there. I think they positioned the chamber just to find that early pick to take the operator off of his hands. Yeah. But not really properly dealing with him. And so now you're not only down a player, but the operator's still in the thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Zane just continuing the dominance we've seen. MVP of every matchup that Invictum played, and oh, there's so much utility. There's so much, and it's just ends in Haki's death. Zane with another as well. It's Sets is going to pick up that Vandal, but what can you do, Vanta? I don't know if Unlucky's is aware of this position. I don't think he is, and that's a spray down. Oh, it's missed, Vanta! The Phantom not quite doing it for him. But he knows that Unlucky's is down inside a cubby. There's so little HP. It's about 2. Fault line does come through, but this time it's just wasting precious seconds. Flashpoint, and he's blind. Left. Doesn't even need the vision there. Sets. Gonna save this Vandal. Once again. Just catastrophe for Vegas. Victim, they get up to 3.
That was a very expensive round for Vega as well, buying up again on those rifles. So now look at this. They're still gonna be able to buy up on some rifles, though. I mean, they're gonna be lacking on the shields. Vega, I mean, that's sorry, Vega. Jesus Christ, sorry. Za only doesn't really have. He only has enough for a marshal.
Unlucky's has Bulldog and light shields as well.
Yeah, so not looking too good. Ultimate department, I mean, they have one more for both the Rolling Thunder and the Nightfall, which can be very helpful on their attacks. And also they have the Empress online, but you know, still operator in hand for Zane. He's getting aggressive, and he's not really being punished off rip from it. He doesn't really have a lot of utility to
He took a little bit of damage. But...
didn't have any utility to support him on the aggression through mid. And he gets some damage done onto him, but first kill still ends up in Vega, and that's your fade down. And I don't, that's your fade down. So you really don't have any recon abilities to be able to spot out any of these positions now. And now Vega just looks stranded over here.
Yeah, Zane.
Oh my
Spike
God.
Down
He's
mid.
too good.
Yeah.
The Marshal not being able to stand up to the operator of Zane. And just the confidence that this man just exuberates. Just absolutely ridiculous. Vanta now inside a sewer. His position is completely unknown. Pulder does take advantage and take him out, but utility now from Lecton, I think that is. Just there's not much on it. There's not much he can do. Pulder does find him though. That's might be able to find one. Zane, operator, not very good in this position, to be honest. And there he goes, gets taken down, but the Prowler comes out. Paranoia through as well, tasks to teleport round to the other side. And Pulder's good for 3. Now it's all down on Lightning this round. It's a catastrophe. But Lightning, he still might be able to find something. He might still be able to save things, but no. 4 on the round for Pulder. Takes that operator through into the next one. Though he has that tour de force, so might not even need to use it. Could just save it for another time. And look at the ultimates on the board for Vega. They look set to take their 3rd. You have the Empress, you have the Tour de Force, you have the Nightfall, you have the Rolling Thunder. And Sets isn't too far away from that teleport as well.
Yeah, no. I thought Zane would have positioned himself in heaven because that's where you normally see an operator at. Instead, he put himself in a close-quartered combat situation, which is not good for an operator. And also, Lightning in that 1v2 situation, that could have been an easy clutch for him, but then he just, like, switched rifles, like, right when he was, like, about to swing on Pollard. So, again, not really good decision-making there from Lightning or even Zane. Yeah, so that's my criticisms for that.
It shows the confidence that Invictum have, though. They're very confident coming into this, and I mean Vega. Last time these two teams played, Vega only got 2 rounds, so they're already at that total in the start of round 6, and it's a double peak from Invictum. Played perfectly. Hacky though does find 1. They might be able to reclaim this operator. Matrix doubles down. He's actually got 2 down on mid, but C-Site is in the control of Vega. The teleport, that's all the intel gained immediately. Omen just so useful for that. And the Nightfall through as well. They're going to have no sound cues, nothing. They know where the push is coming from. Hacky's good for 1, dismisses away, but he's the last one left. Matrix finds 1. And now, 3 to find. The operator, not quite doing it, but dodges down on C-Long. How on earth does Zane live there?
That's what he did.
That's gotta be one of the That's gonna be one of the weirdest exchanges I've seen in this game.
Not spray control is something crazy. I get it. I understand. My spray control is something crazy too. If I miss the first shot on the head, then I'm spraying like crazy, panicking.
Oh yeah, no, same.
Like I get it. But Vega's economy, after those rounds where they're stuck investing, I mean, look, they're on a safe round. Apart from the Marshall being bought from
even their wins have been close.
Yeah, and they've already used
10 and 3.
They've already used both the Nightfall from Zod, the Fade ultimate, and also the Reach ultimate. So now they only have 2 ultimates to work with, plus the Empress as well. Now the Tour de Force being extended in the save round, which is not too uncommon to see in save rounds, but Zane in short again, his position going unnoticed. It seems like Vega have a hard time clearing short whenever they're trying to push A. And this is not only Zane who did this, but also the KJ from Invictum, who sat in his position as well, who went unnoticed in the late round rotation from Vega. So again, probably something to work on, probably something to talk about. And again, he gets another kill. You know he's there. Why are you picking up with the
Marshall? They have the Marshall. They're like, yeah, I can take this, and then they can't take this.
Teleport's ready.
No.
Oh well, they found one at least, and it is that save round. Although Pulder did invest that tour de force, and it's been good for one, but do you save it for that buy? Because obviously it's the only bit of weaponry that you can have. Haki still has this Empress online, and this is really the problem with Reyna. The ultimate, not really useful until you're
30 seconds left.
A man advantage situation, because or even in a clutch situation, it can be really useful just to dip and weave. They've got plant like down on A, and here we go. Empress time for Haki and Invictum. They're going to be aware of this. They're being wary on what they want to do, just all stacking up over by A Link, and it's gonna just be a full rush in. That's one, that's not quite 2 as a flash comes out. Lecton finds one, Operator again, not quite good for it, but Zane finds one. It's all down to Pulder now. He's not quite got the position on the diffuser as well, and this is all gonna be it, because he's found one, but yeah, diffuse comes through. Lecton closes it out. It could have gotten quite dangerous, but Invictum, they've got plenty of credits to survive through that, only bringing 2 through. It's not really going to damage them, and you know, if it gets close like that again, you might start to see something changing, but as for right now, they smooth sailing.
At least in that save round, they were able to get the spike down for extra credits, plus
3 kills.
Yeah, 3 kills. So I mean, you take some rifles off, you do some sort of damage to the economy.
But that is an ultimate invested, so
that is
actually 2. You have the ultimate. Zane!
Oh my god!
How does he keep getting away with this? Once again, the peek through garage doors.
It's
ridiculous.
It's either through sewers or through these garage doors that Invictum love to
every single time.
Whether it be through Zane or through somebody else, and Vega are like none the wiser about it. I mean, now they lose their breach, which is very good for execution, like for when they want to do an execution. Now they don't have the breach online, so now they don't have any flashes apart from Fade with the Prowler, who gets aggressive until window finds one. So there you go, there goes the fight back, but Zane keeps finding kills in garage, pushing further back into C. He's just doing
Zah's good
things, but so Zah is 2K in this round for both Zane and Zah.
Oh, and Sets has managed to TP into B. Pulder finds one as well. It's all very dangerous for Zane. He's popped the Blade Storm. Good for 1 and only 1. Vanta now 1 versus 2. It's certainly doable, especially Zah is on 10 HP, but he's just going to get out of their holding position. Might invest this lockdown, and indeed that does come through. He's thinking about it. Does he pop it? Absolutely yes. This forces movement out of Vega. He forces possibly a push towards him, but no, he's now going to have to rotate round. This turret has spotted one. He's going to know that he's there, but Pulder's got the up, and that's all he's going to need. Vega managed to take a 3rd round, and they made it costly. Vanta, it looks like Invictum might be going for a bit of a save. Lecton still has that Vandal, but Sheriff's coming through. Yeah, looks like they are going to save for this one. Make sure that for that round 10, they can be fully invested in this buy. And just look at Zane right now. 4 points.
Yeah. Getting absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
One thing, like, oh my god.
Look at this.
And they're getting aggressive on their pistols.
Oh, Zane still has a Phantom. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's down on the floor now. We finally get a bit of time to breathe.
Yeah. In the last few rounds, with the kills that Vega have gotten, they have made it so expensive to the point that Invictum cannot buy any weapons this round. In the last round, though, that lockdown just wasn't. The thing about that lockdown was that it didn't reach the positionings of Calder, who was like stuck in A link. He could have easily watched the rotation from mid from there. So I mean, that's the downside of KJ on Heaven. This map can be a little bit too big for the lockdown at times. That's just it doesn't really fit her radiuses at times.
With those sheriffs, it is a 3 versus 3, and one important thing to point out, Unlucky's has been that opening pick, that breach on Vega, so many times, but surviving into this round finally has a chance to start to use that utility.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, Vega, they've kind of stalled out here a little bit. They've only got 30 seconds, and it looks like the push is going to come in towards C. These sheriffs, they've found 2 kills, to be honest. They've gotten a couple picks. This is more than what you'd expect, and actually, the rotations come through. It's an A hit. The fault line goes through. Unlucky's going to sit down in hell, and well, the Overwatch was there from Sets, and Lecton, his position's now spotted out. He's got that Vandal in his hand, but it's only good for 1. There we go. I think that was a pickup from a dead player, so a lot of credits to go into this round 10. Like we mentioned for Invictum, they want to get this 6. They want to get 6, basically. But Paul does only 1 off of that tour de force, so he's going to have that ultimate in round 11. Might save it for the last round of the half just to try and pull something out, but
placing swarm grenade.
Looks like Invictum want to go for some early aggression overbuy.
Once again.
Yeah, once again. I mean, to be fair, Vega have had like more success on A site than they've had on any of the others. They've tried to execute onto C. They tried to do like your simple split take, and it hasn't worked. For A, they can, like, you know, Invictum will get aggressive. They'll find a kill. Then they'll back off of A, allow Vega to plant, give them that space, let them play the post plant however the way they want to. And it hasn't worked out for them, so maybe playing...
They don't know he's here! Okay, they do now. The Prowler squad him. Oh, there's so much utility. There's so much, and Zane just can't do anything against it. He's just been dumped. Lightning, he's good for 1, but only 1. Matrix O's trades back and forth, and here comes Vanta trying to take down Sets on C long. Is he wet? I don't think he knows. He doesn't. And that's the wallbang through the bot. Invictum once again on this. They're on that second foot, but oh, Matrix! He's found 2 jumping through the smoke. It's now a 1 versus 1. Lecton versus Set. He's had such an impact in this round. The Omen for Vega. Set. Try and find this last one. Lecton does have that utility. He's got the Rolling Thunder if things are necessary, but might not choose to invest his Sets. Has the spike as well. He's going to send out the smoke just to cover his plant. It's going to go down. Do you invest the ultimate here? I don't think you do, and he's managed to teleport away. Lecton unaware of the positioning here.
Yeah, I wouldn't invest the ultimate in this round if you don't really have any intel on where this player is, and so that's why he's going to use his Sets though. Ooh.
Oh. He's got the flash as well.
Both of them use their flashes.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, that baited me for a second, and Zets, though, was not fooled. Takes him out, and that's costly for both teams there. So dangerous. Vega actually taking the timeout. I thought that would be Invictum, but no. 5-5 now, Sugar, and It's a much closer game than I think anyone expected. Looking at the group stage, anyone would expect Invictum to just run away with this, but these playoffs are proving just a different beast. We saw Emrys get taken out yesterday in such a close fashion. It could yet be a similar upset story for Invictum. They've been so strong throughout the group stage, but Vega, they've got their eyes on the prize. If you think about it, looking at the prize pool again, I'm going to keep making this point because it is so massive. 55% of the total prize pool goes to first place. That's 165 euros. Second place gets 60. Third place 45, and fourth place only 30. With the fifth place, that was Sis Kings eliminated in that regular season in the group stage, getting diddly squat. So, I mean, these teams at minimum get 30 euros, but you want to push for that 165 because even if you get second, you're missing out on so much. The difference in that prize pool there is insane.
Here. I'm also thinking about like what Vega can do on a defense with this composition, because this composition is more or less tailored for the attack, I think, and Haven is more of an attacker-sided map.
Yeah, well, especially with that Reyna.
Yeah, so like it's not really like, for me though, the Reyna hasn't really won in a lot of rounds. I think it's just been, oh god.
Oh, okay. Oh, they're aware of Lightning's positions though. No, they're not. And oh, I just realized this is a half buy coming out of Invictum. They've got Spectres here against the Rivals of Vega. These round wins so influential, and it's been such a momentum builder. Utility comes through, sprays not quite there. Spike does go down for Vega. 4 versus 4 now. The Nightfall invested, and Paul does blind as well. I don't think they know of his position. He's completely unaware. He's walked past them, but Hacky's found 2. Make that 3. I'm so confused right now, and Paul is somehow still alive.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that was chaotic. So Nightfall comes through.
What?
The thing about the Nightfall, and it's kind of weird. It pings out everybody, whatever. Mixel out, big sound. And I think Polar he sneaks past that ceiling area. Those players retaking they both missed each other somehow. I don't know what the hell happened there, but Hockey saved his ass.
I mean, Polder was like fully flashed. He's got the night. He's just completely stunned out of everything.
You don't know.
Tour de Force invested, and I'm looking at this. This is Invictum's map pick, so kind of want to see them doing a bit better on this defensive side. If they can make it 6-6, then that'd certainly be useful. And look at all of the ultimates on the board for Vega here. They've got the Empress. How useful that'll be remains unknown. They've got that teleport, got that Rolling Thunder. Rolling Thunder and teleport available for Invictum as well, but they're not really that useful. And Zane spotted out. He's just going to re-peek it a couple times, but hopefully common sense would dictate that he falls back. But he might be playing into that. Maybe they expect him to fall back, but no, he does think better of it, especially now this Tour de Force is looking down into sewer. It's just such a dangerous position for anyone to play, and there's that audio confirmation of that now. They're going to know.
Yeah. That fault line was used also to clear sewers, but Zane backed off of that, so smartly done from him. Now Rolling Thunder is going to be probably the choice here, as Invictum does have the Rolling Thunder for them. They don't have a Nightfall in Vega, but now here comes...
Yeah, so much utility. And they don't know. Oh, Porter gets a flick anyway. Lightning takes him out, but Unlucky's is good for the trade. And it's all down to Vanta now. 1 versus 4. This looks like it's going to be a 7-5 half for Vega on their attack. But hold on a minute. This could still be possible. But no, the paranoia comes through. Completely stuns him out. Zar takes the last kill of this half. Impressive resurgence from Vega because, oh my lord, they looked pretty down in the dumps. You'd think it was something like 5-3 or something like that, and they've won at least 4 rounds in a row now to take it all the way up to where it is now. But here comes the thing. Invictum on the attack now, and their comp. You would say it favours the attack as well. You have that Jet, you have that Killjoy, you have that Omen.
Yeah.
I don't know if 7-5 is going to be enough.
Yeah. No, the thing about their defensive half for Invictum at least is that, you know, in that last round, I saw they tried for a different approach. that time they didn't completely give up A, or they didn't try to. They had more bodies on the site trying to defend it after the early aggression from Zan that forced him to back off. He played site more, and that's the difference that you want to see. It just wasn't enough to deal with the Rolling Thunder. Vega finding the first opening pick through mid onto the KJ. Not too bad of an agent to lose. Okay, maybe that's even worse. Your Omen is now down, and now you don't have smokes. Okay, now your entry fragger is down. Okay, so there's only 2 players alive, and they're only your initiators. Well, this is fun. They're not going to really have any smokes to work with, and Lecton finds a nice headshot onto Za, but winning the pistol round here for Vega might be something huge, but Lightning finds another. Vega, don't throw it away here. Don't throw it all the way here now.
Looks like it's going to come up to be a 2v1 on this A site, and the rotation's coming through. Here comes the Prowler. He's completely stunned. Lightning takes that kill. It's now back to a 2 versus 2. But are they aware of the flank? I don't know if they're aware of Calder's position. They need to be, because he's got this Sheriff. He can be so deadly in this position coming up through A main. And yeah, they just dip down sewer. 2 players both stacked. This could still be deadly. And they hear that defuse. The Horn going to come out. He's already got his half. Is he going to stick this? No, Lightning swings. They don't know of sets though. They're not aware. He's going to have to drop. Has to do something. Taps on the spike. And here we go. He's able to wear 1. He gets 2. The spray. The flick. And it's enough. 16 seconds. Plenty of time. And oh my lord. Vega should not get away with that. What a kill. What a play by the Omen.
Yeah, no. Invictum shouldn't have almost gotten away with that. That was a 2v5 or a 2v4. Or whatever it was, and you only have your initiators, you don't have any smokes to play with, and they somehow almost make it work. There was a nice double headshot though from Sets, the reaction time, the mechanics being on point there. They will find both of those heads on both the Fade and the Breach, and now, you know, Vega, they're in a good spot. They win their pistol round, they're on par or on the train to win their second round since they have weapons to buy. With the Guardian being one of them, also or Marshall, so some good long range weapons to hold these angles back from afar. Though Invictum, you know, now in pistols, Zane aggressing over by Mirage, running into the Guardian, not getting any shots done. Okay, there you go.
What am I watching? What am I watching?
I don't know. This is weird.
Bro, this Sheriff versus Guardian is so much more crazy than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Blocking sight.
The Spectre is actually causing more damage than the Guardian is in this situation. Especially from that long range is ridiculous. Lightning finds that first pick onto Hacky.
Where are you?
That's your Reyna gone, not necessarily the worst, and here they go, they swarm onto the site, they start getting that spike down. Just gonna fall off of it a little bit, there we go. And Matrix could be in such a dangerous position here. Zar finds 1, finally gets that kill onto Zane, but now they're aware of this flank. They're gonna know, and Sets finds 1. And now this is the bomb site, swarms again, and Nightfall already? How on earth? Setso still good for 1, it's just trades back and forth. The Headhunter somehow finds that, and only Lucky's closed it out. A costly round for Vega as they're going to head into round 15. Possibly.
That kill with the Headhunter was weird.
That was very weird. Like, that does not look like it should have been a headshot in the slightest.
I don't think it was. Was it a headshot?
It was definitely a wallbang. I think it was... I mean, even still, it looked like he was miles off, but...
Yeah, Riot needs to work on that RNG. I don't know. Rich, I mean...
Yeah.
That's crazy. But at least Invictum gets...
That's like something you'd see in Siege, not Valorant. What?
oh yeah, no, of course. That's like the most Siege thing I've ever seen. But to be fair, I remember watching the series, it was Fnatic versus Furia, and I remember... Durka actually like hit a headshot with the 2 to 4.
Oh yeah, no, I saw that.
And it like didn't register at all. Like even if you hit a body shot, you don't have to hit a headshot with the 2 to 4 to get a 1-shot 1 kill. You get a body shot and it's enough. It's an operator. It's a better operator because of those slows. But okay,
Zane's got. Yeah, the aggressive play from Vega not working out on that garage, and Spectre not quite able to find Matrix. Zane round the backside, sneaks out and cuts him down. Hacky is good for 1, takes the dismiss to try and get away from it, but no, Matrix locks it out. There's only one now. Alder left alone, Lightning closes out. 2 on the round for him, and 6-9. Nice.
Vega's still Vega's still
I respect you for just ignoring that, actually. You know what?
I'm sorry. I'm still thinking about the
headhunter, yeah.
The headhunter kill. I'm sorry.
Yeah, bro. I actually had something like that happen the other day. Like I straight up body shot someone and they just shrugged it off. Like took 0 damage. I was like, what?
Yeah, no, the headhunter. Were you doing it the headhunter or the
Tour de force?
Okay, never mind. I was gonna say the headhunter does jack diddly squat to the body.
Yeah, no, but they literally took 0.
Yeah.
From a body shot with the tour de force. I was like, how?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then my teammate got a kill with Nano Swarm anyway, so we won that round.
I love it.
Oh, Zar, his position spot out again. Aggressive plays not working out. Trying to rat in the corner, and once again it doesn't work. The stun comes through, Paul just forced away. And here comes the smoke as well. Nano Swarm too, just to block off any of those rotations coming through. Are they aware of his position? They must be. Where's the spike though?
Oh.
There we go. Lecton finally gets it down. Half the round gone. And Lightning, he's going for this backstab. I don't even know if they're aware. I don't think they know. They don't. And that's Hacky going down. Uses the haunt just to try and stop this rotation. He finds a second with the Vandal. Onilucky finds one. We're taken out by Vanta. Pulder pushed up through Garage. He's still got 3 more to find. There's 2 on long. One of those is back in Garage. That's Lightning. Is the flank going to be successful? Yes. 3 on the round from sneaking up through mid, up through B. What a play. And that gives Invictum their 7th.
Yeah. That was a save round though from Vega, but like the split through Garage.
Yeah. Really smart play actually. Really smart. They don't... Yeah. They weren't giving them too much, and to be honest, that's one thing Vega, even on Invictum save rounds, they still gave them a bit too much. They gave them a little bit, possibly a bit overconfident, ego peaking things a little bit. Invictum, they're not about that on this attack. They kept it very clean, very safe.
Yeah. Just really sharp plays there from Vega as well to spot out the early positionings. Not too sharp from Vanta, who doesn't see the sneak up from Balder with the headhunter. Finds that headshot. Even though that looked like a shoulder. I'm just kidding. But that was a headshot onto Vanta.
Yeah.
And now Invictum losing 1 body. They were caught sleeping early on. They're not expecting the aggressive plays here on the pistol round from Vega, which you probably should because
that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, like
that's exactly what they did to them.
On pistol rounds, you play aggressive because you have nothing to lose. Those bodies, they don't expect this crossfire with the frenzy. Now they find 3 kills. They have that man advantage, but they still lose 2 bodies in the process. So now they move themselves onto A.
Yeah.
The flank, though, the retake is actually happening on the flank. One player is gonna have to rotate through mid to the A link area. So yeah,
that might be up to TP here. I don't know if he'd want to invest it, but if he gets 1 kill, rotates away, but no. Zane locks it off, and Nightfall invested from Zar. Possibly a bit of a questionable decision, but it's at least marked one of them. Trying to do whatever he can, but... yeah, he's just being sprayed from every possible angle, not able to even find a single liquor damage. Lecton locks it out. And Invictum, they're slowly getting back into this. They're slowly getting back into things. But this is definitely their closest map ever. They've only lost, in the group stage at least, they only lost 5 rounds. That was their biggest loss. I mean, their closest win was a 13-5. So this is possibly a bit of a shock to the system. Obviously, this is their map pick as well. Vega, they've been certainly putting in the work that they needed to do. Yeah. And it's showing.
They obviously did a little bit of a VOD review on their last Haven match against Invictum and decided to say, hey, look, this is something that, we could work on. They're deciding to take a more aggressive approach. They're shutting Zane down pretty early on. They're shutting down a lot of Invictum players early on, not just Zane.
Yeah.
Zane's still doing good in this match, and again, they're getting the early picks onto the defense. Or on their own defense, onto Lecton this time. That's your breach gone, so some flashes, deleted.
I think he had Rolling Thunder available though.
Yeah, that as well. So
That could be quite a hit, because that could be, you know, something they were looking to use in this round to try and lock it off, to try and get that 9-9. But yeah, Zane and Vanta, two of the biggest stars, still alive, and Nightfall invested to try and clear this out. And they have the position of one of these players, but Zar, yeah, finally taken out by Lightning. And Haki, though, does find Zane, and Vanta with that refrag. Tour de Force invested from Pulder. He's trying to hit his shots, but nothing done, and the Haunt spots him out. Headhunter still good for one, and now he might try to peek down C long. 2 versus 2. Vanta's found one, but no, it's not going to be enough. Vanta, Matrix, lock these things out, and we do find that 9-9 with only one ultimate invested, and they've got the other 4 ready for this round. Blade Storm, Rolling Thunder, that teleport, and the lockdown as well.
Here.
Yeah.
They look set to take this. They've got quite a good cycle of these ults going. And Lightning invested that ultimate last round already on 2 points before this one's even started. So well on his way to get that Nightfall up again.
Yeah.
9-9, we head into round 19.
Luck also invested in that last round. And
yeah,
at all. Tour de Force also used, so expensive
Blade
from Vega,
Storm,
but they're
able
to buy up. Again, Blade Storm being invested by Zane. They know that the flank is coming. They don't have a chamber to shut this down. They do have alarm bots available, turrets. They do have a body as well.
Oh dear.
Now
here comes Zane.
This flank, and now they're gonna deal with it. Well,
oh no!
I wouldn't say properly, but he potatoed with the Blade Storm. He's still rewarded with the kill. What the hell is this? His hockey long misses a shot onto the hell player. Finally finds him. Lightning now down. Invictum, I don't even know what I'm watching. Operator on heaven.
How does he get away with that?
I don't even know. Lekin getting
remaining.
one. There goes 1v1. Vega. Okay.
What is this round? Set has to reload, but there might not be enough time. He's got the Phantom, at least tried to half it. Vanta pushing up main, and yep, there it is. That's the lockout. Oh my lord. That got so close, and he's still taken out, so the rifle not even saved across.
Jesus.
What did we just witness?
Very complicated. That flank almost threw.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, no. Vega are gonna take a timeout, and I really don't think they should be the ones to take a timeout. I think it should be Invictum, because that one flank almost threw them off. They had a body guarding that because, you know, they don't have a chambers to necessarily watch their flank. They do have the alarm bots. They do have this turret. So if they're going for an A execute, maybe they could use the utility on their flank instead of actually losing a body there, because that made it so much more complicated. Then you have Zane missing his Blade Storms on A long, and that almost screwed them up, but he was able to find a kill into the operator in heaven. Just a lot of weird stuff happening in that round, and Invictum come out with the win just because there wasn't necessarily enough time on the clock, and Vanta played the post plant. He was the only one to really play that as patiently as he could compared to the other 4 Invictum players who were just kind of like stuck on site and were forced to take gunfights. Vega take this time out. They realized that that round could have easily ended up in their favor, but time just got too low for them, and they weren't able to win it out the way that they probably should have or would have. Now they're on a bit of a save. It looks like they are on the save round.
Yeah.
No. They're able to buy up. They're able to buy up on some sort of weapons, at least on a Bulldog and a Marshall, though 3 light
I think it's going to be a half buy, looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, they bring the Stinger. Okay, GG, this is round is 2 Invictum.
Jesus Christ. Hey, I mean, don't knock the Stinger metal. We're in it. I mean,
bro,
that's how deadly it is.
Stingers suck.
No, it does. But
I'm not ashamed to put my opinion out there. That gun is stinky. 5v5 plant Invictum, they've just rushed B. And it's worked so far. They need to be wary of Matrix on the back site. I don't think they are. Oh, Pulder finds him on the flank up behind.
Bring them down.
Prowler, though, comes through. Invictum, they've still got these very strong positions, but oh my lord, how on earth are they getting away with this? And they don't know his position. There we go, the Haunt spots them out, and they're at least going to try and half it, but here comes the Rolling Thunder, takes him off, not quite in time, lockdown is destroyed. They're on 1 HP from that Nightfall. It's just been played so perfectly by Invictum, however they've only saved 2. into this round, so it's a lot closer than it definitely should have been. But they're up to 11.
Yeah, I'm actually clawing my eyes out because that was crazy. I thought initially Palder was the one to get paranoid, but that was actually Hockey who got paranoid instead. Yeah. And Palder was just like in A-Look at that time to cover his friend's back. But
time to work.
I would even say that was necessarily a force round. That was more of, like you said, like
I'll find you.
Kind of an eco round from Vega. So they were expected to lose that round with the guns they did have compared to what Invictum have. Now they're able to buy up some rifles. No operator in their hands, so they're not able to hold down these angles like you would want them to. But you know they're okay with having the rifles for now. Zane activating that dash, looking for any aggression from Invictum, or not Invictum, sorry, Vega.
Right
Though
there.
they've already, this is the thing, like they don't have like a good like Chambers is a good sentinel, but he's not good enough to hold down these positions of Garage where Vega don't invest enough bodies in it, and so they're giving it up so easily. Invictum take that control of Garage, they take the control of C long, they're able to just split it up, and they're able to take C site so comfortably because Vega can't hold on to Garage.
And they don't know about Lekton. They don't know! They have absolutely no idea he gets a third as well! Map point from Invictum, and they've brought it back because they were down heavily. 5 rounds to 9, I think it was, and yeah, look at that, 7 in a row. And now they're on map point, and look at the buy. Look at the buy coming in from Vega. It's not good. They're bringing Guardians, Spectres. They've got 1 Vandal. Unlucky's still yet to buy. There's only 3 seconds. He might be stuck. There we go. He's bringing the Bulldog. It's certainly not what you want coming into this possibly final round. You've got to try and stave this off. But here we go. Round 22, and it could be all over. Paranoia comes through. Lear in return.
Spike down A.
And Vega actually managed to find 2 picks there, which is massive. Zane now coming in through mid. They're not aware of Vanta, but he's still able to get 1. This is an absolute disaster, but Lekton, so smart, flashes 1, picks off the other, and resets his spray, but he's still got 2 more to find in the meantime. This would be a 1v4 if he can execute it correctly. Aftershock through, down to a Link, just to try and hold them off. But he needs to be aware of this flank. He needs to be wary, because if he's not, then that's certainly going to be the end of him.
He has to have some clue.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's just going to hide in hell. Probably the best position to be in for all of this. And the fault line going to come through from Unlucky's. And they look to double swing this. And he's not looking the right way. Is he able to find it? He does! 1v4! He finds them all to win the map. What a play! What a player! I am in shock. I am in... How has he managed to do that? You can't let him... Lekton, man.
Yeah. I think the big thing about that last round was the fact that Vega just didn't swing together at the same time.
Absolutely.
Instead...
They didn't have the intel, and they...
Yeah, no.
Because you see, when Paulder comes across, he looks at him, looks away before realizing that he saw him in hell, and that was just enough. And I mean, the spray transfer was just impeccable. Such smart usage of that flash, and absolutely insane from Lekton in that final round there. And that's 8 rounds in a row at the end for Invictum.
Yeah, no, that was the I'm actually trying to, if I could get a look at the scoreboard right quick, Trippin. Thank you so much. Lovely. I would say that there was a lot more, like, you can tell at Vega that Palder was the one to bring them over the finish line. You had Hockey have some incredible solo moments as well. But the thing that separated Invictum from Vega for me is that they had a lot more of those individual talents showing up more so than Vega did. The only one to show up really was maybe Palder, and Hockey had a few moments as well, but not nearly as much to the point where he was positive, because he wasn't. But There you go. That wasn't necessarily like the cleanest performance from Invictum, at least from what
Absolutely.
I could gather from the scoreboard. But they have those individual players. They have players like Fanta, like Zane, and also, if I can actually pull it up again, like Zane, like Lectin, like Fanta, who can bring out rounds like that, and even Lightning, who's able to like reposition so smartly and capitalize off of the individual mistakes of the last two players in that last round. So really good stuff from Invictum, though we do have a second map because it's obviously a best of 3. And we are going to head into a small break. And then after this break, we are going to come back with the worst map in the game, Bind. So we'll be back soon.
No, because we still have Split in it.
Oh god, no. Please. Please, no.
Welcome back, everyone. Time to jump into Bind now. Vega's map pick, and we're already seeing some fairly interesting stuff. We're seeing a Skybring brought along.
Yeah, that's not really too surprising, to be honest with you.
Oh,
not
yeah.
in a map like not in a map like Bind. She's
Oh, yeah.
really good at helping you check the corners with like the wolves, and the blinds are really good at clearing those tight corners as well. So Sky is great. I love Sky on Bind. I don't have her unlocked, but like I love Sky on Bind. I also don't know how to play her, but I love her.
Yeah.
So there you go. But what I am seeing from Invictum is a little bit of a cheeky double controller, and I noticed somebody else talk about this on a stream before as well. That with the introduction of Pearl, double controllers are now in play, especially with Viper and Astra being like so common on Pearl and being so potent on Pearl, and now people have brought that out onto Bind as well. So Invictum kind of playing around with this is kind of interesting, and I want to see what they do on it, not only on their attack, but also on their defense. But for Vega, they're only going with the lone controller. They're going for like your more standard lineup where they have like your main entry, you have 2 initiators, and then you have your sentinel and your main controller. Brimstone also being a common pick on this map just because of his fast deploy time of his smokes. Bind being a sort of slow to fast paced map depending on which team.
Very explosive, yeah.
Yeah, because of those teleporters too. So you know, it's like it's a nice change of pace. The teleporters that, even though I don't like this map all that much, the thing I can appreciate about it is that the teleporters do offer some sort of like creativity in the way that you want to change your pace and whatnot. So the Brimstone being brought in, he's usually brought more for those faster paced gameplay types. If depending on the type of team that you're bringing in, with the Vega's lineup, with the Jet, with the Chambers, with the KO, maybe when they get on their attacks, we'll see more of those faster executes happen on both the A or B site. So I don't know, I'm interested to see how this lineup works, but mainly for Invictum because this is kind of like the first time that I get to cast like a Viper Astra combo on Bind, because I haven't casted Bind in a while still. Yeah.
The very first map of Talent League was on Bind. So yeah, fun little trivia for you there. And I think it was Guardians versus Vega, so.
I like that. I don't like Bind, but I like that. That's nice trivia.
Yeah. One thing I do like from Vega though actually is this Sova. I think Sova can work really well on a map like Bind. Especially, you know, because the bomb sites, they aren't necessarily that big. Which means you have a lot of ways just to really spot out the entire thing. And, well, it looks like it's going to be a bit of an A hit here from Invictum. Taki taken out first. That Sheriff not going to help him. And here we go. Shock Dart comes through onto that default plant. And the Recon as well. Trying to find something but can't. Prowler spots out Zara instead. So strong post-plant positions here for Invictum. They're holding up through showers, and they've got one on main as well. And well, Zane, when he finds 2 like that, you just can't really counter. Zara does at least get 1.
Last player standing.
Like you said, just strong post-plant positioning. They get that early control defense. They have showers control.
Yeah.
Usually defense will give up showers just because unless they have a plan to get the orb, they won't have somebody that aggressively positioned up in showers like that.
Yeah.
1 second, peeps. I gotta visit the Astros right there.
Showers control,
right there.
Uncommon. But Lance is kind of like a surprise for me is that they didn't really hold on to that as much. But you know, nice first round from Invictum. Get that first pistol on the board. They won the first pistol on Haven, I believe, and then won the follow-up round. So maybe we'll trend here. But Jesus Christ, it's a rush through A short. Vega finds one though. So
Last player
standing. Smartly back up and wait for the swings from Vega to happen. You know, they're on a pistol round, so they don't really have much to try to rush out like that. So Za does get the orb, so he does get 1 more point charged up to his Hunter's Fury, his ultimate.
Spike planted.
But just early. Vega shut down pretty early on. And
nice.
Watch from Vanta. Nice. Lovely. Flawless. There. They lose nobody.
Yeah.
From that. No.
Obviously, you know, just to bring up your point earlier about holding showers, obviously they do have that chamber, so they could, should they wish, hold on to that a little bit more aggressively. If things start to get a little bit hairy, can just teleport back to that site, but obviously then you lose that utility for later, so, you know.
I like that you snap.
You like...
Kill them.
What?
You snap like that, like Chamber does when he like teleports. You didn't notice? I'm sorry. See, look, he teleports, he snaps, he snapped. I don't know the face you're giving me at the moment, or...
Toxins going up.
Oh.
Am I back? Hello?
Yeah, there you go. I thought you were giving me... I thought you just paused and you were like trying to contemplate what I said, but I was like, snap.
No.
Like Chambers.
Yeah. My Ethernet kind of pooped itself, but, you know, fine. Okay. Well, it's a lot of pressure over towards B. If Invictum can convert this bonus, this would be huge. It pretty much guarantees them 4 rounds.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, they've managed to pick up one of those rifles from the players that they killed as well. I don't think they're aware of Paulder, and indeed they're not. Coming round through that CT side, the satchel at least damages him a little bit. The Molly not able to find one, and here we go. It's just all... Zane, actually, he's found one. Can he find a second? No. Paulder locks it down. 4 in the round, and that is superb.
He has enough time. I was waiting for that animation to go through to see if he did have enough time, but they can convert their bonus. They do lose 4 bodies in the process, so they made that a little bit more expensive for them, or Invictum made it expensive for them. So really nice push onto that B site, able to get that plant down for those extra credits. But now Vega, after that full buy, you know, not really having enough rifles to carry over, the only one to be able to carry a rifle over was Calder, and he has the Vandal full shields. The rest of his team are going to be on, like, really janky weapons, whereas the rest of Invictum, full rifles, full shields, sitting pretty this round as well. They can manage a win. They're kind of coming into this upcoming round.
Yeah, Invictum, they made it costly, definitely. Yeah. Coming down to that final 1v1.
So,
I have the spike.
Leaning down their options. Spike's been lifted in mid. First kill happens onto B, so maybe forces a rotation over to this site. 2 players camping over by A, watching for any rotations through the mid teleport. But actually, it's gonna be a refake. So they fake not only the team of Vega, but they also fake the casters too by going over to A site.
Yeah.
But they don't know about the position.
What? What?
What the hell? He just
spike down A.
He doesn't even have the Phantom out. He misses the right click with the classic, and he's still able to get away with that. And now he's dead. Though Plant is still going down.
Do better.
And now Paulder is able to get a flank. Yeah.
One enemy remaining.
Is that they don't have a signal.
What a peculiar round, and Lecton's actually whiffed on Paulder with that Spectre.
What the hell?
Vega able to lock it out. I'm so
No.
Teleport's ready.
Okay. So
no fireworks today, I'm afraid.
The thing about
there's no fade. I was like, oh, maybe they just couldn't hear, and I was like, wait a minute. There was no nightfall. There's no fade.
Yeah. That was really weird though from Invictum. I thought, you know, they're gonna execute over towards A. You know, they're rotating the spike through their fade. You know, who's holding it? I thought they maybe would have prowlered the corner. Once they didn't have anything, a prowler or a haunt or something. Maybe they thought that the rest of Vega just rotated to B, but no, not at all. There were still players there. And yeah, that's crazy. But the thing about this map of mine is that it's so easy to pull off flanks, and they don't have the signal to be able to cover it, so they're gonna have to use bodies now. And this is the same thing on Haven. They were caught out by flanks like so many times from Vega.
Yeah.
And they even had a sentinel to cover it, but
face
they
your
weren't using
fear
the for that. They were just covering their own bodies. And now Nightfall comes in, shows
Lovely.
comes out. That's a lovely shot onto Vega, onto Luck. And now they're able to get this spike planted and plant as well.
Yeah, pulled up. He's still got this tour de force. Hasn't been able to make it work though. Just setting up that rendezvous. Try and get something from this. Smoke's coming through though now.
Got him.
And Hacky, once again these flanks coming through. Not able to find a second though. Zane locks that one out and he's been spotted. Lecton from Garden finds that one, and it's all down to Sets now. He's got 3 to find, can't even make it 1. It's finally Invictum, they get another round. That was certainly peculiar, to say the least. Again, it's like you've been mentioning, it's another flank, again and again. They just keep getting caught out by this.
Yeah, they don't have, like, a chamber this is why chamber is, like, very perfect on this map, or even just the KJ, because KJ lockdown is, like, really good at just locking out the whole entire site because of I wouldn't even necessarily say that A is small, but it kind of is, in the fact that the lockdown can all of it. But also, her utility is good. Her alarm bright is great. Her turret is great. They don't necessarily have that, so instead, you know, they're gonna have to have these players a little bit more spread out across the map to be able to cut off these rotations, to be able to cut off these flanks through what isn't like your average mid, but instead just the alleyways, the middle alley. And so they're stuck having to watch these consistently, and if they don't, and Vega are quick enough, which they have been,
I got the spike.
Then they can catch them out on these flanks, and it's absolutely crazy. But Hockey, okay, this.
And that's the thing. That's the thing about Bind. There is not really a mid to speak of, and he's whiffed the Blade Storm. Fanta's gonna wallbang him. Zane finds one as well. And we saw him pop off on Jet, but Raze is really where he steps into his element. He's a perfect agent for this player, and Only Lucky's has the Bucky, not able to do anything in this situation. Gets a knife out to try and suppress them.
Last player
and here comes the paint shell. It's not even necessary. Flawless round in Invictum.
I cannot use them. Knocking them.
Back in the driver's seat for Vega. Hopefully they should be able to get a bye through this round again. And this is really where we see things start to shape up. Hulda has that operator, probably going to head out up to top of A, and indeed that does look to be likely the place.
Right there.
Hunter's Fury will to strike, and also null command available for Vega though, so a lot of ultimates possibly going to come in very useful.
Taking that back.
Whereas only the Viper's Pit. And Hockey, he's spotted out by Matrix. Very aggressive play from the Astra, but manages to make it work. Zardo finds a pick onto Zane. That raise has been so impactful. Taken off the board. And Lecton does manage to find one though, so man advantage still in Invictum's favour. They've still got 70 seconds left to try and do this, and I think Pulda might be aware of where some of this push is coming from.
Here.
Yeah. They remove Zane over by Hookah. They don't really have to worry about that position, but then they lose a player
Teleport's ready.
Now Invictum have this man lead, and their focus is mainly on
I've got your trail.
It's kind of been even for Invictum, depending like where they tend to push those
Oh, what a shot.
Will the more successful results than A does. That finds when here comes the Hunter Fury come
Spike
out,
planted.
some sort of zoning ability, push them off a spike plant, but the spike plant still goes through because the Hunter Fury was way off. No command is not going to be available since the KO is dead, so they can't suppress any of his abilities. They can't suppress the toxic from the Viper that has. But the strike comes out. Can it? Yes, it actually can. It gets the one of the players playing on
one enemy remaining.
Back and fight two in lamps, and now sets 1v2 situation. Knows one is in lamps. The other one is in showers. He doesn't. It doesn't matter though because he tries to battle the one player out in lamps. Can't find a headshot, and Invictum find another round.
Yeah, 4 on the round there, and that's going to force out the timeout from Vega because they need to put the brakes on here. 3 in a row now, and it doesn't look like they're planning on stopping anytime soon. Invictum just so strong right now, and this this isn't even their map pick, and they're just storming ahead like this. Like, on Haven, it was kept kind of close. This is just a blowout.
Yeah. I think for Vega, it's the fact that they did have a free VOD against Invictum that they played themselves on Haven, and so they were able to find out what those mistakes were, and they were able to counter a lot of what Invictum were doing. They lost that map, but now going onto their own map pick, they don't really have a lot of information about the way that Invictum like to play this map, or they don't really have a free VOD to look at, so they don't know what to counter. Though what they have been successful in flanks, but Invictum are a little bit more sharp, sharper in watching out for those flanks. They notice that, hey, look, we get caught too much out, we get caught too quickly on these flanks due to the fact that we don't really have a sentinel and we have to watch it ourselves, and we haven't necessarily been doing that. And so now they play players like a little bit. They spread out their lineup a little bit more to be able to watch positions, be able to watch out for these early aggressions. And they're getting
aggressive pistol again.
Yeah, using the stimmy from Brimmy.
Yeah, and Matrix, that's unfortunate. Manages to get away, but still, it's kind of whiffed, and that is certainly not what you want to be seeing. Zar finds one, finds a second with that Sheriff. These pistols are doing so much work. Zane, good for 2 on damage control right now, but they've picked up some of these rifles. And the Sheriff, he's got a third! What is going on right now? Invictum, you can't lose a round like this. Surely not. Sets has this Vandal now as well.
One enemy
and he's just able to find it so easily. Snakebite does take down Star. Vanta clutches it out just in the end there. It looked so close, but Invictum, they still stand strong. And bear in mind though, Sugar, that was the pistol. They're now coming into this with a full buy.
Yeah. You know,
Wait, Zara found, what, 3 kills with a Sheriff? Just absolutely insane.
Yeah, he found, like, he even, like, on that 3rd kill, he even, like, found, like, he was, like, whipping a little bit, but then he just found a nice lineup to get that final headshot. The thing about it is, though, while he does kind of, like, while he players and total Vega take out 4, that doesn't really, it forces, like, Invictum to rebuy some of their weapons. They still have a good timing because of how many rounds they won. And look, they get 1 kill. Hockey is down. Calder finds another with a 600. So now even man count. Nice pop flash to swing onto taking out that lurker over by Fountain. But though Zane still doesn't obscuring vision looks clear. So they delete the KO here in mid or by Fountain, but they don't know how to positioning. This is great from him.
Yeah.
Spike is down now.
B.
Absolutely perfect. Lightning does find one around that teleporter, but it still looks so deadly. He spotted out the sounds, but they'd swing double at the same time. Zane does lock out one, but Sets is aware of that position. They can afford to do another double swing.
I have the spike.
Got the spike now. Might be able to use that showstopper.
30 seconds left.
But no, rotates back to A. And just uses the satchels just to try and get there as quick as can be. And he's aware of where they're coming from. He's going to plant close to CT.
Spike planted.
And the showstopper could actually be so deadly here. You know, he's going to push round up to the back. Yeah, he might actually be looking to use this. Stim beacon down. Obviously, he can't be too hasty with using this. He needs to wait for the perfect time, and Recon Dart is going to go through. They know where he's gone. No, they think he's in lamps, and here we go. Here comes the showstopper, and out it goes. It's not even able to find one. Sets locks it off. 3rd round on the board for Vega, and one they so desperately needed, but looks like they still took quite some heavy hits. Zara down so low.
Right here.
Having to rebuy some shields, rebuying 3 weapons as well. And more importantly, Invictum, they can afford to just full buy into this one again. They have absolutely no worries whatsoever. So despite the round win, Vega, a little bit worse for wear. Look, Sets is only on 50 credits right now. If this goes wrong, this could be so damaging.
Yeah, they could find themselves in in a save situation or a force situation, but that was a I don't know why, but the smokes for me from set were I didn't really like them because they didn't really know exactly where Zayn was positioned. They used the recon dart after they used the smokes, and they could have used the smokes on Heaven to deny Zayn that vision, but there he goes. Lecton, nice entries inside of this round. Over by that B site, finding two for his troubles in, one of them actually in showers, the other in garden. And so now they kind of have some semblance to work with. They tried the A site last round, or mainly Zayn tried the A by himself last round, playing in a spike over by C. And now they're eyeing up the possibility of a B plant.
Scanning ahead.
Here from Vega is a little bit weak at the moment. Don't really know what that. Okay, the recon are actually by, I believe that was a short.
It covers A.
Yeah, the main thing though is that the happening is actually B, and all of this utility is going to be dumped here. So to help them execute.
He's coming around through elbow. They might not even be aware of his position. Some sprays through the smoke, but he's going to be successfully undetected. Now, he's got to be aware of this garden. He's got to be aware of it, and as position now noted, position now known. Just tries to use the shock dart, recon out as well, try and find something, but it's destroyed. He spots the location of one, but he's walking into the face of three enemies, and he's not even aware of it. Trades back and forth, sets, finds one, but it's all red on the left-hand side because the attackers Invictum find their 7th, find round 10, and well, they've almost certainly won this half, and they still got some pretty good rounds to show for it. Pretty good economy, and also, more importantly, they've got 3 ults online, Sugar.
Yeah. That last round was kind of weird as well for Vega. More specifically, Zah, because I felt like maybe he was a little bit too aggressive. He could have waited like a few seconds for his recon dart to be coming back online, and instead he decides to push himself up aggressively. Doesn't die, so he has his utility to be able to do it, but I felt like maybe if he did that,
that's not ready.
He wouldn't
lovely flash.
Have been in as much trouble as he was. Alder is seeked out. Lecton finds 2 with both the Seekers hitting.
Once again.
Well. And it's a 2K, early on. I think 2K from Lecton early on onto
Spike
garden.
planted.
And Zayn finds one with the paint shells. So now it's a 2v.
One enemy remaining.
Though this is,
wow.
Yeah, this is.
The position's noted out as well. They know he's down B short. He's only got a classic in his hands. Finding one would just be impressive, but no, can't do that. 8 on the round. Well, 1B, look at his scoreboard.
Last round in the half.
Might see. We could be 1 round away from a potential curse coming through.
BYB fam, going to Astral to do them Astral Guardian things I do.
That I could possibly be referring to the 9-3 curse.
Okay. No, I get it. I don't know. I'm not a believer. I don't believe.
I am indeed a believer of the curse.
Recovering it. Need that back.
Unless like you're an NA team. I get
Well.
I'm sorry. I'm NA. But I mean, there goes some positivity though from Vega. They get the first pick.
Yeah.
They have to buy up this round, and they're now using their ultimate. Everybody can use their ultimate because this is the last time before they go crazy with it. Vega had, or not Vega.
Oh, Polder.
Yeah, Polder gets another look. Has his null command online, so if they go for a beat hit like they have been going for the past few rounds, he get activated.
You
That's
are divided.
Position over there by B to shut them down, but how he divides things online, it cuts off so many lines of sight on both the A and B site. More so on the A side, or more so on the B side, though. It looks like they're gonna
What's
try
Fanta doing? What is he cooking? Well, Matrix cooking up a feast over on 8. Taking out sets, and these teleports just come through once again. Unlucky's caught in crossfire, and they're rotating. They're rotating B. They've got the player still on A. Spike is on B. This could be so dangerous. Hunter's Fury does not spot out Vanta, and the Viper's Pit invested now. It's all down Tazar, 1 versus 3. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it, especially now that he has all 3 players up against him. Down, then Tube, and no, it's not going to be enough. B-Hall, the elbow, locked out.
Switching
9-3. So, potential for the curse to come into effect, whether you're a believer or not. There is still that potential there. Because they're not out of it yet, absolutely not Vega. I mean, if Invictum can get a 9-3 half, Vega can almost certainly get a 9. We've seen these two teams play so evenly throughout Haven. This could just be where the tides start to turn, but obviously that's all speculation. It looks like it's going to be quite aggressive initially out of B short for side of Invictum. I don't quite know what they're cooking up, but
yeah, for Vega to really have a chance to come back from a 9-3 half,
yeah,
you know, just trying to win
the pistol has to be won, and Zane is not letting that happen. He's found 3. So though, with that Sheriff that we've seen him be so successful on, this time not against rifles, but instead other pistols, so hopefully, possibly getting even more than 3 kills this time. He's already got 2, and it's an explosive start, and we hit a bit of a lull, bit of a reset, recharge, and just try to get back into things for Vega, because obviously if they lose this pistol, that's basically 11 rounds on the board for Invictum already, and at that point, it looks impossible. They've been heard as well over towards Fountain. They know, and they've got 2 players just staring them in the face. They need to double swing this, and they're not even aware. It's 2 kills for Lecton. Matrix helping him out as well, and that's so dangerous now. Vega, in their own map pick, getting schooled here, 10-3, and well, with this buy coming in for Invictum, I mean, Vega almost have to force buy this just to try and have a chance. But then if they lose it, then they're just setting themselves up for failure even more. It's
if they force buy in this round, if they were to force, it doesn't look like they are.
Yeah, no,
they're gonna buy. Yeah, they're gonna buy like some frenzies and that's it to just give them some. I mean, the frenzy, not really. It's just gonna be a pistol basically. But like, if they were to force buy, lose this round, their next round would have been like would have been a save, and then it would have been match point from the victim. So I understand that they want to give themselves a fighting chance next round, maybe. You know, even out the scoreline just a little bit. Zane again finding the opening kill. He found 3 kills in the opening round or in the opening sequence of last round. So, you know, hoping to replicate that with the Spectre being so aggressively pushed up onto showers and into A short, doing the same thing that Hockey was doing, where he where at first before he wasn't sniffed out from the victim, Hockey was like playing so aggressively on A short.
Yeah.
He was playing in the faces of
lovely recon.
And he got like a little bit scared.
Yeah, he's been
he's
just gonna stick it.
Yeah, he's gonna stick it. He don't care.
Yeah.
He knows he is the better
pulls back. Yeah, that's the thing. They've spied out the backup. They know that it's unsafe to peek it and sets. But they need to swing. Sets is left Zar to die, but they actually managed to take down Zane and Vansa. It's now 3 versus 3. In a bizarre turn of events. And the teleport, does it come through? No! Just a little bit of hesitation, and that allows Matrix to capitalize. As Hacky goes down, that jet taken off the board, and here comes a push in through showers, and they're certainly being heard. They just don't even know. Lightning picks up 2 and they close it out on the round.
Right there.
And once again, they're up to 11. Only 2 more rounds needed, Sugar. And that's Invictum going to that grand final, where, I'm going to be honest, a lot of people, me included, after their first match said Invictum are going to win this.
Right there.
Because they just display such cohesion, such good team play, and such good gun skill as well.
Yeah. Even from what I'm noticing,
and they're showing it on Vine.
Yeah, and from what I'm noticing up to date, even if they don't, even if the team play isn't necessarily winning, they have these players who can like step up for them. Lecton in particular has really impressed me with how easily he's able to find like some of these multi-kills. And I mean, it's not too uncommon to see guys play so aggressively and get these multi-kills and frag out the way that they can, because Sky is kind of like an extra duelist, but in an initiator form with her flashes, her trailblazers, her seekers, and then her ability to heal. I don't think she can heal herself, but I know she can heal her teammates. So
Yeah.
you know, she offers that extra layer of support, and that added layer of her being like just such a good aggressive agent with the kit. And Zane, you know, I thought coming into this, because he was a consistent MVP for Invictum throughout the whole season, I thought he would like be the main one to just be getting all of these frags, but I'm seeing
he is to be
Invictum.
Yeah,
he is.
The thing is, that's the thing with Invictum. You can't single out one player as being like a reason why they lose rounds.
Yeah.
And you know, you can't even highlight a single player that does not have these clutch up moments, that has these big multi kills. Everyone on this team can frag out so consistently, and Zane just always happens to just take the spotlight because of maybe the agent. You know, Jet and Raze, it's a lot more easy to get those frags. Lecton gunned out, but he's gonna be able to find one, find two with the flash. It's perfect play. Hacky though does take it down. Invictum, they have only got their SMGs and they've been doing fairly well, but now tides start to shift. It's all down to Zane. Has to find 3 with the Sheriff. I don't know if it's going to be enough. He's not able to find even a single shot onto Zar, and Hacky locks it out. So, yeah. Invictum, they're just playing it safe because they know they can afford to. They know that they don't have to get too aggressive with these buys. Take it slow, take it steady. Make sure that you have that healthy backlog of credits just to take you through, so you're not forced into a difficult situation. And we go again. Round 16. We go again. Vega, they gotta hold on.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like a football team that does that. I can't remember. Go again. I'm trying to think.
I can't remember.
I can't remember. It's like I don't listen to like the football chants, but I do know like some of the slogans for like some of the Premier League football teams. Like, come on you Spurs, you'll never walk alone, etc., etc. Some pretty iconic ones, you know. But,
toxins going up.
Hacky.
Yeah.
Finds that first pick. Oh, he's so low. 18 HP, no Sky on board, so that's no healing. He's gonna stay that, and even lower. And Zane spots that one, Vanta with another onto Pulder, and the tides, they shift. The momentum immediately goes the other way. Vega now on this back foot, and Hacky's still so low. I don't even know if he's going to be aware of Lecton's position. He's not. And here we go. Onilucky's going to flash through, but Lecton got the better flash, and he's able to make it land, make it a third as well. And we go on to series point. This is Invictum, looking to book their spot to that grand finals, looking to book their spot to have a chance at that 165 euros at the end of this. And let's just have a look. It looks like that Vega are going to be able to buy, but not fully. They've got a couple light shields going on. Hacky's still undecided on what to do. And there's only one player that's not negative in terms of KD. And that is Zar. He's 13 and 13.
Nowhere to run.
Just utter domination right now from Invictum. And it just proves it again. Zane with that showstopper. Lecton as well. They're locking it out and they're locking things down. Shock Dart comes through from Zar to try and at least do something, but the writing's on the wall now, Sugar. The writing is definitely on the wall, and the jaws of Invictum just collapsing. The flashbang comes through. Lecton able to find one. What can Zar find? It's going to be nothing. Sets at least denies the flawless. He's found a second, but can do no more. It's a 13-4 on Bind to lock things out, and that is going to be the series. 2-0 to Invictum. A lot less close than yesterday, but this time it was the expected result. Looking at that group stage, looking at that regular season, I'm surprised at how close Haven was, actually. Vega really gave them a good run for their money, but at the end of the day, a win is a win, dub's a dub, and Invictum, they got on to the grand finals.
Really nice series from Invictum. Again, like the team play on Haven wasn't like that great in my honest opinion, but again, it's the individual players that carried them. And Vega, they had the teamwork on Haven, but they just didn't really have enough of the stepping up the way that we saw him.
Yeah.
And the same thing happened on the bottom. They were felt that they were trying to play more as a team, but they just looked a bit stranded, especially doing hockey things and being really aggressive by himself, dying early on and not really finding any value apart from like the rounds where he was allowed to do it. Like I'm thinking back to that right click miss with the classic and him being able to pull out a knife and still get a kill. That's crazy. If I did that, I'm getting screwed up. It's crazy. But
yeah, some crazy plays coming out from both sides.
Yeah,
we saw some ridiculous stuff, and I mean that last round was definitely a lot more secure than the last round on Haven, because I mean that 1v4 I think coming out from Lecton to secure that map 1, absolutely insane. And yeah, credits to both teams. In the game channel actually on Discord, Vanta giving respect to Vega, because the VOD review on Haven, clearly they put their work in there, because they had an answer for pretty much everything that Invictum wanted to do. It's just Invictum had some clutch plays, had some clutch moments. On different days, players aren't quite as turned on as they were today. Map 1 goes the way of Invictum, and then we possibly have Icebox on our hands after this, Sugar.
Yeah. I think, wait, what was the decider map for, today?
Yeah, Icebox.
Would have been nice. That would have been very exciting to watch. Had Vega, pulled it together for Bind, but
yeah,
Invictum just proved a little bit too powerful again. Like Lecton in particular impressed me with just his aggressive sky plays and his ability to find multi-kills just through some simple like pop flashes with those birds. So like really nice stuff from him. Also Zane doing some good things himself too, and the double controller working out as well for Invictum. I saw the toxic screens go up as well, so, and some really nice placements where they were able to cut off a vision with the smoke from both the Viper and the Astra. Usually you're more or less Astra and the walls from the Viper, but if you have the wall available for Astra, you can use it as well. And I only saw it once, but still just pretty nice stuff from them to be able to make it work out on Bind. And also there were some flaws that I noticed as well when they didn't run Sentinel at all, especially with those flanks, but they were able to adjust really well. So kudos to Invictum. But I mean that is the series 2-0. The best of 3 ended, and I mean uncooked, pretty exciting series up until the second map.
And we've got some pretty exciting series coming up after this, because obviously that is us done for today, but for the remainder of this week, we've still got 2 more games. On Friday, unfortunately, off stream, we have the 3rd place match between Vega and, surprisingly, Emrys Esports try and find that last little bit of salvation. And obviously on Saturday, starting 6 p.m. CEST, make sure you're there. It's the grand final. It's the big one. And that is going to be between the 2 winners that we had, Team Invictum versus Team Guardian Sigma, and that will be one you do not want to miss. So that's going to be me and a new caster. Keep your eyes peeled for that on the cast there on Saturday. But without further ado, we are going to wrap things up. I've been Uncooked. I've had Sugar to one of those sides of me. We've had Trippin once again on the observation, on the production, running the league, doing it all. So thank you, Sugar, for casting today. It's been fun. Thank you, Trippin, for making sure that this actually happens. And thank you, everyone at home, for watching. We hope you have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you all on Saturday.